This week, Hideo Kojima released some new details on his new game and had some choice words about Metal Gear Solid Survive.
The Emmys hit an all-time low rating level.
And High Skylanders is coming to Netflix with Call of Duty. You think they're gonna shoot all those little characters?
Welcome to Fangeared. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 68 of the Fangeared podcast.
So close.
I'm Josh Vasquez. To my right, Tommy Costa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, and welcome to...
Where are we at?
I got nothing.
Wow. Well, Tommy,
Failing
we'll tell
us.
you where we are.
Okay.
'Cause we didn't tell you this.
Oh, yeah.
We're on our YouTube homepage.
Yeah, with our new banner.
With our new banner.
Yeah. To Tommy's right, Joey Vasquez. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And yeah, so you might have also seen a little intro ditty with our new banner as well.
Well, let's not make any promises, you know.
Yeah, let's talk about it for a while and
Nah, we saw
just
it.
really make this
Or at
weird.
least once, you know.
Pat ourselves on the back a little bit.
John, you did too quiet. Can't hear it.
Yeah, so we have a new banner, and what do you guys think of the new banner?
I love it. I would say specifically the left side is probably the best side, I would say.
The left
Yeah,
side.
I
Now, is that
agree.
stage right
The
or
left-
audience right?
It's
Stage
neither.
right, audience left.
Okay.
I agree. That's probably the best side as well.
Yeah, yeah. You really like Joey's side.
Tommy, I would say that you're technically on both sides.
Yeah.
So, you know,
This is why are we talking about this?
because it's what they're looking at.
Yeah, and I also we have to give a shout out to Takira Cole for making this banner for us.
Takira Cole?
Takira Cole.
Wow.
To
That took a turn.
What?
I just thought, it was going to be like Takira, like Miramoto or something.
Wow.
Is Takira not a traditional Japanese name?
I have to leave.
It's T apostrophe Kira.
That's even more unexpected.
All right.
So,
Well, we're gonna
Why?
leave a
What
link.
kind of
to,
name is that?
I have no idea.
We're gonna leave
like
a link
it.
to her Twitter. She did an amazing job on our banner. If you
Yeah,
want to
it's
have your
amazing.
own banner or artwork commissioned, she can do that for you.
Great
So
place.
yeah, guys, let's get into the news.
That's cute.
Finally, I thought you'd never ask.
We need to talk about Hideo Kojima because he had some things to say at TGS this past week about his new game.
TGI
Fridays. Is what you meant to say.
TGI Fridays. He had some choice things to say about TGI Fridays. He thinks that they're really running that business into the ground, and the branding could be better.
Ooh.
He's not wrong.
Also, a little too religious, if you ask me.
TGI Fridays. Yeah. Well, that's why they say TGI.
Well, that's God right in the name. It's like, don't be so heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Don't
Separation.
shove your religion down my throat.
Sure.
Separation of church and state.
Right.
Well, church and restaurant.
And
No,
state.
TGI Friday is
a
government
government,
funded.
yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
President Friday issued it.
President Friday.
he invented the weekend.
I feel like you can make a real good web series that would appeal to only TGIF employees.
Former employees.
Former or current, and it would be a real hit amongst them. With
Sure, yeah.
President
So,
Friday.
yeah, so not a lot of people. Hideo Kojima
That's a lot of people.
had a lot to say about his upcoming game, Death Stranding. First off, saying that it will be out before 2019, so 2018.
Oh yeah, before.
Yeah.
That's.
I have a hard time believing this.
I don't. I think we have no idea how far along in the process this is. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, if he promised, you can't take that back. If there's anything we know about video games, when they promise a release date, that's when we're going to get it.
Shit,
Right.
dude.
Yeah,
I feel like every single video game.
Yeah. Refer to our last video.
In fact, now I'm thinking that maybe this is a strategy. Because video games take so long to make, much longer than people think they take,
Yeah.
I think the strategy may be set this date knowing it probably won't come out that day to keep people,
it's so
interested
soon,
for
let
like
me
the
pre-order.
2 years.
Yeah.
Then they pre-order and then they say, okay, now we're pushing it back in 6 months,
Six
in
more
increments.
Yeah.
Until it's 6 years down the line.
Yeah,
You
so
don't care.
I don't think that's the case.
I was pretty sure.
I do think that every publisher, every developer rather, does want to get their game out on time.
ASAP.
Yeah, because I don't know. We talked about this last week. What delays can do to games, and so we won't get too much into that. But this just seems like unrealistic to me. That'll be coming out in 2 years. That seems.
Hey, well, we don't know how far along they are. Maybe they have, the whole thing done, and they just have to put some finishing touches on it.
Yeah, 2 years of finishing touches.
Well, the next bit of information about this
that
has
brings
to do
us
with
to our next bit of news.
That was me segueing.
And that is that they are looking for their female lead. Hideo Kojima has, according to GameInformer.com, progressively unveiling details about his first post-Konami game. And he says that on Twitter and during his appearance at TGS, Kojima cryptically said that Death Stranding will be out before 2019, as well as possibly Death Stranding casting is still underway. Will there be a heroine? Who should play her?
Oh, that's easy.
That was his quote. Will there be a heroine? Who should play her?
So he's hinting at.
He's saying if there's a lady, who's it gonna be?
Yeah, I got that part. But okay, so I don't know if you guys know it anymore. I hope you do more than I do about like the process of making the video game. Mm-hmm. When would the voice actors come in?
The voice actors would come in immediately because
First.
they don't do voice acting; they do motion capture.
Right. Okay, so then that's bad news on it being released by
2018.
Yeah. if we're still looking for an actress, or unless he's I don't know, building up sort of anticipation for who it is going to be. Maybe it's a big name,
right? And it would have to be, I would think, someone on par with Norman Reedus.
I'm going to say that it's Jessica Chastain.
That's huge. That's way bigger than Norman Reedus.
She's bigger than Norman Reedus.
But could you see it? I could see it happening.
Okay,
but they just had what's his name in the Call of Duty game?
Kit Harington.
Did they?
Kit Harington's in the new one coming out. Well, but before that, it was Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna get Kevin Spacey, you could
Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's Call of Duty. That is very different,
I suppose. But
this is a strange full nudity Hideo Kojima's new studio game.
Wait, the whole game is in the nude?
Well, I mean,
when did this happen?
He is completely naked in this.
This should have been the news.
In the trailer, Norman Reedus was naked, yes.
Yeah.
But we already concluded that trailer has nothing to do with the game.
I don't know that we can conclude that.
You're the one who brought us that theory, and we were on board with it.
That's true.
Right. But I don't know that we can conclude that. But that's what I think. That's what I was speculating.
I mean, I think it's a definite possibility.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So what do we think that this heroine is the main lead, maybe even above Norman Reedus, or is it a gender select deal where like in the game you can choose if you play as the man or the woman?
I think you need a love interest to really progress Norman Reedus' character.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Yeah, when I saw that trailer, with him waking up naked and all that stuff was going on, that's what I thought it was going to be a love story.
Yeah, I was
with the baby?
I was like...
or the whales?
With the whales.
The dead whales, yeah.
What do we know about... Do we know anything about this game?
This is everything we know
called Death Stranding.
So we have zero idea about like what the plot of this game is, how like the gameplay is. We don't have any idea. So I mean, it could...
Is it a horror game like it was originally supposed to be?
I would imagine it's probably going to be a horror game because that's what people are expecting.
Is it going to be VR?
Will it be VR compatible?
Probably. I mean, I would if it's coming out. 2018, maybe even post. I don't
think they're going to just say you can everything's VR compatible. I mean, it is. Well, they have theater mode, which is you can play any game in VR, but it looks weird.
Yeah, it's not made for it, specifically. Yeah.
Well, it's essentially like it's just your TV screen, but with the goggles. It's like playing without a TV, basically. So you don't need to use the TV.
It's like using the Samsung VR.
Right.
Just putting your phone up to your face, right?
Well, no, it's different than that even.
Oh.
Because it doesn't have like 360 degree. It's just using the goggles as your TV.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
that's
But that's a
interesting.
different
I don't know
topic.
if that's-
Yeah, the heroine. Probably not a character select thing because Norman Reedus. They're not gonna not have Norman Reedus in everybody's game.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, should it be someone who is like on the same level as Norman Reedus, so that like
You have to pick.
when you're picking,
I don't think they would do that because I don't think anybody. I mean, they're obviously Norman Reedus being a part of this game is a big thing.
yeah. But the word heroine leads me to believe that Norman Reedus then would be a secondary character.
No, he may be. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I don't think they're going to make you choose.
Sure.
Because I think they want him to be a part of this game regardless.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Hideo Kojima is in love with Norman Reedus.
Sure.
Yeah.
it's been confirmed.
There
Well,
was
they're
a
good
there was
friends.
a recent interview where someone said asked him, so was Norman Reedus actually nude like when doing the shoot for that? And he said no, he was wearing like an under like a loin piece, unfortunately.
Wow.
He straight up said unfortunately.
Wait, why
wasn't
would-
he wearing a full
Wouldn't he be
motion
mocapped?
capture
Like, yeah,
shirt?
what?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what he said.
It's like it was completely unnecessary for him to be naked. But he was like,
He
Yeah,
wanted him
yeah.
to be as naked as possible.
For this next take, get naked.
Yes. So, one last bit of Hideo Kojima news. He had a lot to say this week, and that is in reference to Metal Gear Solid Survive.
Metal Gear Solid 6.
no.
So he basically said that, quote, he didn't believe zombies were a right fit for the series, and he was very adamant to distance himself from the game. Because why wouldn't he?
Well, yeah.
Because this is a terrible idea.
I mean, well, not only because he's not a part of it,
Yeah,
couldn't be a part of it if he wanted to,
sure.
but also just so people like don't think that he's a part of it because he knows
Yeah.
that this is going to be a big old flopper.
Yeah,
And
maybe not a
stinker.
flop, but bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely doesn't want it associated with his.
his legacy of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure that we needed him to confirm that for us.
yeah, but the fact that his thoughts on it, I think, are relevant.
Sure, it's his baby
Yeah,
that they're disemboweling.
So wait,
bastardizing.
so does that mean that? Wait, did he said that zombies aren't a good way to go with the franchise or with this specific game?
He said it's not a right fit for the franchise.
Franchise, okay. Because
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, how did he have any input in this game? You know, like even in early stages, maybe, and then they sort of changed it once he left. Because, I mean, if they owned it, he could have done the first half of the game, and then they said you're out.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
No.
Especially with what he's saying now is that he had no part
No
in the
part,
team,
okay.
no part in any of this game. So it seems like he was finding out with us. That's a one
One
counter.
on the yawn
That's a
counter.
one. Yeah, so he doesn't want anyone to think he has had any involvement with this game, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because
I would like to put it on the record that I also did not have any involvement with this game.
I would also like to say I was not involved in the creation of Metal Gear Solid Survive.
Guys, I have a confession.
Oh shit!
I'm an executive producer.
Executive. I was gonna
Tommy's
say.
one of the higher ups.
I was
on
going to
this
say,
one.
I think you were a shoe shiner.
And I'm
Yeah.
tired of you guys talking shit about my game.
I had no idea.
Zombies are hot.
Yeah, no, I would say that zombies are in their prime right now.
yeah.
Right now, dude.
Fear the Walking Dead, come on.
Right, yeah. Oh,
People
so yeah, zombies are great. It's almost October, sure.
That's true.
Guys, we need to get into our next topic.
Please.
Almost It's Halloween our next topic.
Yeah.
It's almost. I just got excited for almost October. Sorry.
Skylanders and Call of Duty
That wasn't
That's
next.
not the
are
next
coming
one.
to Netflix.
We'll just skip around
okay.
to wherever.
Yeah.
So Skylanders is coming to Netflix next month.
Explain what you're saying, because Netflix doesn't play video games. These
Yeah,
are both
what is
video games.
Skylanders, the Netflix series,
Animated.
animated series.
Animated series. So this is okay. Wait, Skylanders is those little monster figurines.
The
You
Toys
know,
to Life
Spyro, the
Spyro
dragon.
game.
Oh, do they have any other like already
No,
popular
it's
names?
a Spyro game, and then they have all the other
And then
characters.
Well, they did have a Donkey Kong and Bowser figurine recently.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
They did like a crossover. They worked as amiibos and also as Skylanders.
Yeah,
characters.
You could like
Yeah.
you could like
Yeah.
flip the bottom over.
And it would be
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah,
Wait,
but,
did
no
they
one
release
bought
any amiibos that were Skylanders?
Just
No,
those
those two.
ones were dual.
Yeah, they
But they
were
didn't do it the
weird
opposite way.
designs.
It was just those two, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they just
Interesting.
worked as Donkey Kong and Bowser amiibos in Smash Bros.
Do you guys know what the popularity on Skylanders is? Is it
To
still
this day?
Apparently
Yeah.
huge.
still huge though?
Well,
'Cause
it's
I
big,
knew it was.
but I mean, all Toys to Life. I mean, we saw it when Disney Infinity closed down. That their like excitement for these things is waning.
yeah.
Like, and it wasn't worth the risk for Disney to put them out. But I think this is a good way to kind of increase the longevity of Skylanders, especially considering the cast and crew of people on board. So we have Eric Rogers, who was a writer on Futurama, as the showrunner.
I think we all know that Futurama had terrible writing that no one appreciates.
Oh god,
Oh, wow.
maybe that a lot of people.
Sorry, I was
excuse
just
me.
I was just kidding.
Damn.
Fry's dog from that one episode.
Yeah, so all of the writers for Futurama were all very smart and talented. So that's a good sign. Is also going to be starring Justin Long as the voice of Spyro
Oh, he was great in Tusk and Fired Up.
And
Dodgeball.
Nah, mostly Tusk.
I was going to say that Steve Jobs parody.
Was Justin Long in Fired Up?
Was he? No, he wasn't.
No.
He was not.
I think you're
Fired
thinking
Up.
of Dodgeball when he was the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Wow, you.
What? Sorry, I mixed up my cheerleader movies.
I mean, it's not even a cheerleader
Yeah.
movie. It's like.
I disagree. The main character was a cheerleader.
Is also starring Jonathan Banks, Norm Macdonald, and Ashley Tisdale.
Now, who are these people?
You tell me who Ashley Tisdale is, Tommy.
Just kidding. Love you, Ashley. Okay.
Wait,
It's a good cast.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Did you watch that show that she had on TBS with Lauren Lapkus?
What?
You didn't know about? I'm pretty sure it lasts for one season,
That's like-
or maybe they are doing it.
That's like 2 of my top 5. What?
Yeah, it was like last year, I think. How did you not know about
Last
this?
year?
Yeah, dude. Maybe
Why wouldn't they
maybe
promote
like
that?
2 years ago? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't good.
I'll look it
I
up.
didn't watch it at all.
I have to do something after this.
Anyway, guys, this plays into a bigger plan by Activision to also put out some Call of Duty either movies or short series on Netflix as well, and also in Netflix's plan to have at least 50% of all of their programming be Netflix originals.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, they do this. They make animated series out of every animated movie that comes out.
Yeah.
like
Kung Fu Panda.
It's weird.
Shrek. Turbo.
How to Train Your Dragon.
How to
has a
Train Your
series.
Dragon. Yeah.
Those are all DreamWorks. I know that there are other examples that aren't DreamWorks as well.
Sure.
I can't think of. So Skylanders makes sense. As far as Call of Duty, sure, they're bringing in a new audience, and why not?
Will that bring in a new audience?
Yeah,
I don't,
like the tweens.
But do people that play Call of Duty, are they really in it for the cinematic aspect of it and the characters and the character development?
That's the thing. It's like when you're making a war movie or show, it can't be just like run and gunning all the time, and that's what like Call of Duty is. Like you're there, like you're shooting everything that moves, and you're going like shooting hordes of.
Disagree.
You know what? Now I'm
people.
thinking that that's exactly what it's going to be, and that's why they would watch it.
Yeah.
It would have to be, but you
Action
can't
heavy.
do that with a live action movie.
I mean,
It's
you
too
could.
real.
I don't think it's going to be good.
It's too real though. Like
It's probably, I don't know. It can't be like an animated show, right?
Yeah, no, there's no
No
way.
way, yeah.
Unless they do that like that Halo sort of animation style where it's like
CG.
it's like a
Yeah.
CG, like a very realistic CG. I could see it being like that. But still not.
That wouldn't work with humans, though.
They did with humans in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm worried about this because I don't think like they obviously want more content, and they're going after content that already has a fan base.
Right.
But that doesn't. I'm happier with their other model of like acquiring independent movies or shows that are also sort of up to standards. Like I think it was before like Fuller House, they didn't really have a original show that wasn't at least worth checking out.
Right.
Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black. A lot of people really like that. It really kind of eventually I didn't like it. I got kind of annoyed with it.
I mean, I only watched the first season, but I liked it.
I liked the first season. I started to watch the second season, didn't really catch on.
Very boring.
Anyway, yeah. So 50% of their program, they have a lot of shows, a lot of movies on Netflix. 50%. How much does that have to be?
A million.
A million.
They have 2 million things.
Wait, do they actually?
Yeah, look it up.
I don't believe you.
Look it up.
I mean,
right.
I know they have a ridiculous amount of movies and TV shows. I mean, but if you can scroll through that list forever, and if you're telling me that half of those,
Not forever.
Well, you're forever.
I think they're already in the process of doing this because every month they're taking off like about 50 things and putting on like 50 new things every single month, and just like no one notices.
I mean, I notice. Usually there's articles.
I just look at the list of what's leaving and what's getting.
Yeah, there's lists that come out every month.
Well, yeah, sure, you two do, but do anybody else?
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the vast majority of people don't, but it's a lot of programming. How are they like? They have to be just acquiring all of these, or most.
No,
of them
yeah, that's
that are already.
I mean,
made.
That's like what they do anyway.
Yeah,
but like.
I'm on board with this.
Well, no, what I think they're doing is partnering with like DreamWorks and now Activision, and they're going to partner with these already existing franchises that want to transition to TV
Adapt
or movies, adapt to a different medium, and they're just going to say, "You guys do it. We'll slap on Netflix original and host it."
Well, we'll put you on to our service, which every person in the world uses.
Yeah.
And I don't think that doesn't seem like the Netflix model that originally started, even when they were making their own original content.
Right. I still think this is a good idea, and I like what could come out of this.
What is that?
Is more
money,
more original programming. Although it does seem like that they're going after like pre-established franchises to be adapted for the screen. They can't only do that. They're going to be buying more independent films. They're going to be buying more comedy specials. They're going to be buying more shows, more things like their original shows like Narcos and all those that everyone loves and are really great. So I'm on board with this. What I don't like though is when they reboot old shows, because those are never good.
No, that's not a good idea.
You tell me Fuller House isn't the best show you've ever seen?
I am exactly telling you
Come
that.
on, season 2 coming out soon.
So bad.
Did you watch it?
I watched the first episode.
Oh.
I saw an episode as well.
I've never seen any of it.
The episode I saw, they went to a Giants game. And Hunter Pence was an actor on the show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you sure he wasn't just in the show?
No, he was acting as himself.
You could tell he was acting?
Yeah.
That kind of acting? Where they're acting?
Is that how it was?
Oh, yeah, no.
If you can see someone acting, they're doing a very bad job.
I see what you're trying to say.
Right.
Yes, that's exactly what was happening.
Okay.
Fuller House, check it out.
Don't.
Maybe
what were we talking about before that?
We're talking about the
Call of Duty.
Emmys.
Oh.
We're moving on.
Thank God.
I don't think that Netflix should have half original programs. I didn't get to say my piece on this.
Right. Or are you segueing?
Because how is this going to work? So they buy a property, but obviously the people who sold them the property should still get royalties. So how is that different than Netflix just putting that movie on anyway? They're still paying the royalties out? Are they even making more money by slapping Netflix original on the front of a movie, or is it just a greed thing?
Netflix is absolutely making more money by doing that, and probably so is the property, because that's that's the distribution deal.
Yeah.
That's as opposed to getting a distribution deal from Universal or whatever TV station you're on.
Yeah, because Netflix throwing that Netflix original, I think they own the property at that point.
Yeah.
Whereas you would just be, they would just pay out a fee and then host it for maybe 6 months. A TV show that's not actually theirs.
All right, I gotta watch more Shark Tank to understand this business jargon.
Shark Tank. I don't watch Shark Tank.
Okay.
I almost watched Shark Tank yesterday. Actually.
Shark Tank's a good show.
Shark Tank is great.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Upcoming season, there's gonna be 6 sharks.
How's that gonna work? Are they just gonna like bring on one of those like?
Well, you know, like sometimes
Who's
they use
that,
Lori
that
and
70s
sometimes they use Barbara. Well, they're probably just gonna use 2 women at once this season.
Nice. How do you think that's going to affect their chances at the Emmys?
Why hasn't Shark Tank won an Emmy?
What category of that comedy for sure?
There's a reality
I
show.
think it's a reality or a competition show.
Once Jeff Probst, the host of Survivor, he was like on a radio talk show that I was listening to, and he said like, yeah, every single year I get nominated for best like TV host, and every single year I have to watch the guy from Amazing Race win.
Wait, is Amazing Race what wins the reality show every?
Yeah, still.
Jesus, why is it that great?
No, it's the same show as it was
I think
28
they just
years
realized
ago.
that none of the shows are that great.
I feel like that show is just so like fast paced and like everybody's like out of breath. Like,
We gotta get to the next one.
Like everybody's always out of breath. On
They
that
jump
show.
in a taxi, go, 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 go.
They're like, yeah,
Can't wait till
it's
I'm
just so
25.
thrilling.
You have to be 25 to apply for that show because there's a lot
Don't they
of.
only do like celebrity or like YouTube editions?
Oh,
now or
the
something?
last one was YouTubers.
Survivor has YouTubers on it now too.
It's millennials versus Gen Xers, and it's all
Yeah.
YouTubers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mari's
on
on
it.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to root for the millennials.
I think it just started. I think yesterday was the season premiere.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. You better get on
Fuck,
that,
I
man.
better check my DVR.
Oh, shit.
All right, so this is what we're talking about. People don't know that shows are on, and that's why this year, I think that's why the Emmys hit an all-time low rating.
So you think that people don't know that shows are on, and so that's why.
Yeah, shows like Survivor, they changed the title slightly, so you have to like find it in your guide and make a new
Wait,
DVR timer.
What is it called now?
This one's probably Survivor Gen X versus Millennials.
But it still starts with Survivor, right?
Yeah, but your DVR doesn't know that it's a different title.
Interesting. I didn't know that was a problem.
That is
people were
interesting.
having.
I'm having that problem
I guess it's
right
because
now.
I don't DVR anything.
Yeah. DVRs.
Because why
seems,
would you when everything
dumb.
goes on demand
Yeah.
the next day?
Yeah, and then like watch all those commercials.
Well, if it's a show worth its salt, aka not on a network show
Yeah.
or cable, then there aren't going to be any
Oh yeah,
commercials.
you know, like I don't know, Mr. Robot.
It's a great show.
You got me there. You got me there, I have to say. But don't talk about it because I'm still on like Ep 3 of this season.
I haven't.
And I heard
Same.
like
The
later
season
on in
finale
this
was
season
last
is
night.
supposed to be crazy.
It just ended, yeah.
Yeah, I have to go home and watch the whole thing.
Speaking of whom,
Rami Malek.
Rami
Won
Malek.
the Emmy.
He won that Emmy.
I
Yeah.
mean, we're not really here to list
No,
off
that's not really
winners.
what we're
It's
gonna
true.
do. So just
So
getting
why do
back
we
to the
think
Emmys.
then this is the lowest rated Emmys?
I have a theory.
Despite being what people are saying, I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But one
They
of
gave
the best,
the people what they wanted
one of
this
the
year.
Well, not only-
Tatiana Maslany won.
Yeah, I think this was
Because it was
a-
her turn.
Yeah.
Well, not
But
only that,
Viola Davis got last year. Tatiana Maslany.
The thing with the Emmys
Bring it back
is
to the Canadians.
the thing with the Emmys is they obviously cycle through winners,
just sneezed on.
and another problem with the Emmys here is that now that Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, HBO, and cable TV are all like big things, they put one TV show from each of those
Yeah.
things in every category,
Yeah.
and everybody usually just has, maybe in this house we have Netflix and HBO. At my parents' house they had cable and Netflix. Maybe someone doesn't have Netflix and they have Amazon or Hulu. but no one. I know, right? Yeah. But no one is, no one's subscribing to all of these things, so
Right.
no one has seen all of the shows.
Right.
So
Well-
then you lose interest.
Well, I would say that my theory of what's happening is it goes along with that. It's the same sort of theory that nobody has all that, but really what's happening is it's moving to a different audience. Before, the audience was, the people who were just watching cable TV because that's all there was. But now, I mean, I watch all of those things, not all of those shows specifically, but there are things I watch from Amazon, Hulu, HBO, and cable.
Legally.
We won't talk about that here. But no, definitely illegally. I've talked about it before. I don't care.
Sure.
I'm calling the cops.
Go ahead.
I'm using this as evidence.
Try to find me.
Okay.
He's here every Thursday.
Get,
Friday.
yeah, Friday.
Yeah, it's live.
And so you're just getting a different audience. The audience that cares about all of those shows is a much smaller minority that is.
Yeah.
Right. Well, think about when, the Emmys airs on cable television.
Cable.
Right, yeah.
Which is where you were watching all your shows to begin with anyway. And now that's not where people are watching shows.
Right, half of the shows aren't even on cable.
Yeah.
And then,
If the Emmys were live streamed online, they might have had better ratings.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Put
we
them
didn't.
on Twitter. Come on.
We didn't
On
even.
Twitter, like the Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
Oh, God. We didn't even know that the Emmys were on until all the comedians we follow on Twitter were tweeting about it.
Yeah.
Because we don't watch cable TV. We didn't see the commercials.
Yeah, honestly, that's 100% true. Which is strange. Why would they, if you knew that most of your nominations were for shows that are not on television, why wouldn't you be heavily promoting on streaming sites or on YouTube and Twitter and all of these? I feel like that would be the main.
Or promote a little bit.
Well, yeah,
just a little bit.
There was not a lot of promotion
but,
this year, though.
Okay, but the thing is, there may have been a lot of promotion on television.
Right.
We just don't know. I mean, I'm certainly not
They-
watching
Who
commercials.
hosted
on
this
television.
year?
They can't
It
promote
was
a
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like Jimmy Kimmel.
They can't promote a
Apparently they
tweet.
did okay, I don't know.
I have to read 10 Donald Trump promoted tweets a day. But
Wait, are you not clicking the X and saying, don't show me content like this anymore?
You can do that?
Yes! God.
Seems like too much work.
It's pretty simple for not having to deal with that anymore.
I like seeing him.
Oh.
I think he had some good points.
I mean, is he not getting retweeted enough for you to... Are you not seeing his tweets?
Only
I follow a lot of
ironically.
comedians.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm getting those too, but at least there's a funny headline above the retweet or
Right.
the quote tweet or whatever.
Okay.
Getting us
This
back on track,
is why the Oscars will always be the one and only supreme award show.
which is strange. That's kind of like the exception to the rule, where it's like we don't watch movies on TV, but the Oscars do fine on TV.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's because the Oscars, the place that you watch these movies, isn't changing.
Right.
People know the deal. It's you go to the
Yeah.
movies, you see the movie, and then you watch it on TV. It's
It
nothing's different.
It has to be on TV because you're not going to go to the movie theater to watch it.
Right. Yeah.
You're not going to go to a concert to see the Grammys.
Ooh, I would though.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I mean, it is a concert.
It is technically, yeah. I guess.
You know what's actually talking about this is interesting because yesterday in the background was Dancing with the Stars, and
Right, in
I
the
think I
background.
may have seen like one dance and a whole lot of performances.
Yeah.
Music performances. What's going on with that show?
Oh, was it like the results episode? Or something?
I don't know what it was, but there was
sure.
not a lot of dancing on it.
And not a lot of stars either.
No.
So do we see this going in the way of like
The dinosaur.
it'll start
the
start
Tonys.
live streaming, or it'll start streaming live on Twitter or
No
Netflix or
one watches
something?
If they had any sensibility, that would have happened this year.
Well, I think this is the.
I think this is the
sort of-
wake-up call, yeah.
this is the wake up call. I think next year we're either
Well,
going to see.
last year they had record low numbers also.
Well, yeah,
and
it's
then this
clearly
year they
in
just beat
decline.
it.
Yeah, it's in decline, but I mean, it's
So-
in decline along with the declining people that have paid cable and that are even watching those shows.
I don't know if that's true.
No, it's 100% true. People are cutting the cord every day. That number is increasing.
Well, people are plugging the cord in every day too. With these Xfinity bundle packages.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's exactly what people don't want. They don't want bundles. they want to be able to pick and choose.
Why
would I have these 500 channels? I don't watch any of them. You're gonna.
I disagree. I disagree. People
this
people
is
want to
like
go to the
statistics.
store.
We
and
have a good package here, though.
You guys do.
It's just HBO and internet.
Right.
People
But
want to
that's
go to a
because-
store. and-
That's because you're able to get. That's the only thing you can pick, though. Like I'm talking about on cable.
Right.
You can't pick and choose channels.
Like you can't have
Oh.
USA but not ABC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, nobody cares that much about cable TV shows to like want to specify that much.
Listen, everyone has someone in their family that has one of the services that they want to use. Just share all your passwords.
Wow, Josh, what a privilege.
Wow,
to say.
that is. Well, no, Netflix lets you like put other users on your account.
No, yeah, you're allowed to for that.
So
Yeah.
But only a certain
HBO
amount.
Go, they want you to share your password too.
Do they?
Yeah.
How do you know?
That was a story like over a year ago.
Interesting. I didn't
Yeah.
know about that.
why would they want that?
I don't know. They just want more people to watch the shows because they know that they have good programs.
Worked for us.
It does, yeah.
Well, honestly,
I'm sorry, what?
honestly, I think what they're playing is that the sort of long game where you share, and then once, like the people are sharing usually like the kids.
Like a free trial.
Well, yeah, almost. But then,
And then they're like,
you
"Oh,
sort
I
of-
need this."
You get older, you move out, you have your own income, and then you get it, which is
Now I have
exactly what
my
happened
own.
here.
Now I'm paying for it like a chump.
Like a real adult.
Like a
Like a chump.
like a loser.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm paying for it up front by myself too, and my roommates don't help me for a little while.
God, can you believe those
real
guys?
Shade. Wow.
Hey,
It's getting a little too real here, Josh.
yeah, when you send the
Shut
Venmo
it down.
request, I paid within seconds.
I'd say hours.
Nah.
But that was also weeks after I asked for you for it. Anyway, guys, we watched a movie this week.
What you doing? Oh,
Pretty funny.
no.
Tommy,
What you doing?
why don't you bring us into your pick?
All right, Airplane.
Wow. Very unceremonious.
Airplane, it's a movie about an airplane and the people on board.
I would
true.
say that is correct.
Sickness breaks out because some people ate fish, and this is a parody.
That is actually why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that was so funny. This is
It's a
a
funny premise.
this is a parody from 1980, and it's kind of a parody on
Airplane movies.
yeah.
Snakes on a plane.
No, this is from 1980.
I think Snakes on a Plane was
Like
was a
a-
remake.
I think just
Is it?
The Samuel L. Jackson one was a remake.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it's more of just a parody on life.
Yeah.
No, just a lot of
Yeah,
movies
I
in
think
general,
you're right.
especially like wartime movies. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, definitely saw that.
Yeah. So, what did you guys think?
I mean, this. I want to apologize ahead of time. There's a lot of ups and downs in this movie.
I would.
Yeah, they went up in the plane. They thought they were going to be going down.
They did go down quite a bit. I would say, okay, so I would say like the first half of this movie was really funny. Like I was
Really?
laughing.
There were some funny parts in this movie, but like especially coming off of last week where we watched
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles, which was a great parody. Like had a voice, had a reason
Yeah.
for it. This was just like jokes for the sake of jokes,
Well, this movie
with
followed
to no end.
this movie followed a very simple concept with the joke,
Mm-hmm.
and that is anything you say, take it extremely literally, or if there's a word that means two things, you take it the way that you
It
wouldn't
was-
expect.
yeah.
and the problem was towards the end, that's all it was. All it was
No,
just
no,
like
it wasn't all that.
like
The
okay,
hospital, what is it? It's a place with patients, but that's not important right now.
yeah.
They said that 4
There
times.
was they just kept that same structure, and it was overused. The first
Yeah.
time it was good, it was
Yeah.
funny because like crisis situation and someone's
Yeah.
like fucking
Yeah.
around basically.
Oh my god! And his drinking problem.
oh,
That's when I developed my drinking problem.
Oh, drink! I didn't even pick up on that. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's why he
is-
kept like just putting his drink on his forehead.
I was wondering. I was
that
like,
was
what is the joke here?
Yeah.
That he's like, I didn't even pick up on
but
that.
they did repeat a lot of jokes like that, and I wasn't a big fan of the puns. I thought there would be better puns,
Yeah,
but I don't know. Towards the end, there was different stuff.
I can tell you what part I thought. I liked the sort of the vulgarity of it. Really caught me off guard.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see that coming. But
just a naked lady jumping around.
Just for no reason.
But when the little kid like goes up to the little girl and he has the coffees,
They're like acting like adults.
and he like gives them to her, and she's like, "No, I actually like it black, like I like my men."
like my men. She's like a little girl.
That was your favorite part.
That was so funny.
That was so
'Cause it was
random.
just
Who
so
were those kids?
It was so unexpected. I just didn't see it coming.
That was.
But yeah, super racist with the black
Oh
characters.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Last week it was Blazing Saddles was like debatably like are they racist or is this for the joke? Airplane is straight up racist.
Yeah.
Straight up. Even the name of the characters were called like Jive Men.
Yeah.
The Jive Men. I was like, come on.
And the old woman who's like, I speak jive.
And that wasn't even the worst part though. The worst part is when he was talking about how he like helped train the African tribe in like athletics, and they're just all like amazing
Really
at
good.
basketball.
Hilarious.
So fucked
Hilarious.
up.
Though.
Yeah, I feel like there were some funny jokes in this, but overall, like, I don't get why this movie is so celebrated.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Again, you have to think about the time. I
Guess.
think this is like was sort of a revolutionary
Oh.
thing. I don't think it was seen
No,
a
this
lot.
is 6 years after Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, and it's just not as well done. I don't think.
No.
Because Blazing Saddles managed to do it without, like, by being creative and having new things, not just a shock value of like,
Yeah.
look at this random like crazy thing you would never expect.
Yeah.
That's what this movie is.
Right.
I think the funniest joke that is from this movie, and funnier than any joke in Blazing Saddles, is when he's first telling his like long backstory, and to the old lady next to him, and he's like, "I'm sorry if that was boring." You know, like slowly pans over. It's just her legs.
She
hanging.
like hung herself.
So many people killed themselves on this flight. They're all worried about these sick people who aren't dead. There were multiple suicides on this flight.
Yeah, no, I did think that was funny too.
And the dancing sequence in the bar. Oh my god.
That song was bumping. I understand why they
Disco song?
Yeah, the what song was it? Staying
know.
Alive or
Yeah.
yeah.
You can tell by the way my welcome was made. No time to stop. That's the one they were dancing to when he
Yeah. I like that.
throws
Scene.
her up in the air.
Those are up
and then
for
she
like
jumps
10
back
seconds.
into his arms, obviously. Like,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
fall. She's like jumping from off camera.
See that part I thought was really clever because that was a clear parody on these like, what's the John Travolta movie?
Hairspray.
No,
Dirty Dancing.
nope.
Footloose.
Grease.
Oh, God,
I don't know.
Friday Night Fever.
Oh, Saturday
Something
Night Fever.
Yeah, so like
That's
all
not
these.
what it's called.
It's something Fever. I don't remember. But
I
like
really
that, I liked that parody of it because it did make fun of the ridiculous things that are happening that normal people cannot do.
Yeah. Yeah, they hit a lot of film genres. That like dancing was a good parody. The whole like PTSD war people. I thought that was pretty funny scene.
Yeah.
Even though they brought in that actress Estelle something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What
we
he
have like
thinks
no
he's-
idea who she is.
Yeah, but I mean, see that again. That's like because
She was big
I'm sure
at
people
some
would
point,
have
yeah.
known it when the movie came out. But why would we know that?
Yeah.
I liked the in the airport the
Smoking ticket.
smoke. No,
No.
I was gonna say the religious like people
Oh.
asking for money.
And at the end he's like straight up just like fighting
But
them
yeah,
all.
the dude's fighting.
The same guy like asks him for 2 different churches.
Yeah. I thought that was
Yeah.
some of those were good. Some of them are hit and miss. But overall, I mean, I enjoyed it. But the end, I thought it was just like, okay, let's just end.
Yeah, I mean after seeing Blazing Saddles with that like amazing with super meta still ahead of this time ending,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
then Airplane just kind of ended.
Yeah.
And
And I was kind of glad that it did, though.
yeah, I was definitely over it by the end.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
Oh, hey Josh, welcome to this conversation.
Sorry, I was just looking up something really quick.
Were you looking up, huh?
Doesn't matter. Do we want to give this a cog rating?
Wait, we're not done.
All right,
We're
keep
not?
talking, man.
Okay.
We were just getting to the end. How did you like the ending where the inflatable autopilot becomes anthropomorphized?
You know what? I gotta say, I
Oh
think
my
he was the
God.
best guy. When she has to blow him up and then they
Oh
have the
my
cigarettes
God.
after. That was pretty funny.
And then they put him in the credits.
Did they?
Did you like
You
X
watched
out
the
the
credit?
just the
You
live?
didn't see the very end? The very last, 10 seconds?
What, when he looks at him and winks and then the girl one blows up?
No.
That was how the movie ended. But after that, the
Oh.
credits.
No,
It's
I
like
don't think so.
it's showing little clips from all the
Oh, when
cast.
it's introduced, yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I actually liked his part too.
Oh, yeah.
When the kid's like, "Wait a minute, aren't you Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?"
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was kind of
that part was funny.
that was
Yeah.
kind of meta, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But
he
the-
was supposed to just be playing a
Yeah.
character, yeah.
Yeah. But the very last 10 seconds are the guy in the taxi saying, "I'll give him 20 more minutes, but that's it." The one he leaves in the taxi in the very beginning.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why is he a taxi driver? Is that?
I guess he's a taxi driver. Guess that's his job. All right. Cog rating.
What was I? What was my scale? See, we should have wrote this.
You're the one who wrote yours
Yeah,
down.
I thought you were
I
said you
didn't
wrote
write
yours
it
down.
down.
Yeah, you did.
Where did I write it down?
Probably in your phone.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
I never did.
Well, you had an 8 and a 9.
I'm
and
gonna
a
put this
7
one
or
at a
something.
4.
What?
Wow.
But no,
That's
the
high.
rating scale is
That's
yeah.
high?
On my
I
scale.
was
Yeah.
gonna give it a 3 for some funny jokes.
Oh my.
Remember we were talking about how the grading scale of schools ruins the scale, so lower ones are actually better than
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah, I would give
That's
this a
still
2.5 or a 3.
Well, compared to, I think I gave the first movie we did a 6 point. I changed it to a 6, right? Or 6.
Yeah, you gave Blazing Saddles a 7 or something.
I think you gave
No,
Super
I
Sounds
think I
like
gave
an
it
8.
yeah.
I gave Blazing Saddles a 9. You guys both gave it 7 or 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4. Yeah, 4 is good.
4. Wow.
Yeah, I would say 3.
Wow.
Wow, that's really harsh.
So what are you saying?
A 3?
A 3.
What's yours?
I'm going 11.
You broke the cog.
He's
You broke
not on
the
the scale.
No. You broke the gear.
Way too many
This
cogs
is
in
my
cogs in
low
that machine.
my lowest ranked as well. 6.5.
6.5.
6 or,
Alright.
6 or 5, huh?
Passing, huh?
I feel like that's extremely fair. This is a movie that's still beloved to this day.
I suppose.
Maybe not for any good reason,
It's
but
alright.
I
mean,
love racism. So
That's, well, who doesn't? Good racist joke every now and again.
Anyway, guys, we gotta watch a movie next week.
That's
oh,
true.
whose turn is it?
Josh's.
Oh, it's Josh's. This is why Josh was checking his phone this whole time and rushing past this conversation.
I had to see what it was actually called, and it turns out I was right.
Oh God.
We've been doing a lot of classics,
It's true.
and I wanted to break that, but I couldn't. So,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
I actually have 2 options in case maybe one of you has seen this first one, but I feel like you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the 1979 film that started the franchise Mad Max.
Oh, with
The original Mad Max with Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Okay. Haven't seen it. Watched somebody. Well, I didn't watch somebody who was watching it, but I was there when somebody was watching it, so I've seen a little bit of it.
Okay,
Joey's seen a little bit of it. We can't do it.
No, we can do it. We can do it for sure.
we can do it.
Tommy doesn't seem thrilled about it, honestly.
I'm tired of having to use these illegal websites.
The last one was on Amazon Prime.
It was.
Who would know that?
I
I did.
checked.
Yeah,
Because obviously I'm going to
just
check all
default
the,
to check
the
all
free ones.
I don't have Amazon Prime.
Dude, get Joey's password.
30-day trial, man.
I've used that probably.
Different email. Or
I know.
credit card or something. I don't know. It just worked for me.
Anyway,
I thought
guys,
it
next
was
week we're
30.
watching the original 1979 Mad Max. I'll be discussing it here on the podcast.
Is that on Netflix?
No.
I
It might
have
be on
Netflix.
I don't know. We'll see.
It might be. We have one more segment to get into.
HBO Go.
HBO Go. And that's the 10-second review.
Tommy,
Tommy,
what do you got for us?
I saw The Blair Witch, and I saw The Disappointments Room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, see, no one knows that
A
one.
disappointments room?
You guys didn't see the trailer?
No.
The whole trailer is like there's this room where it's an old scary house, and there's this room, and it's locked and it's hidden up in the attic, and she's searching the whole house through the whole trailer to figure out like, and there's like ghosts and shit going on also, and she's like trying to open it, and then at the end of the trailer she just reaches on top of the door and finds the key and like opens it, and that's how the trailer ends.
Wait.
And
Hold on, wait, is this a comedy?
No, it's a scary movie.
Is it actually called The Disappointments Room?
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or were you just calling it that because it didn't really...
No,
that's
what I was
no,
going to say.
I'll let you know. When I saw the movie,
Are you reviewing this one?
the room
Yeah.
was empty. There was
So
nothing in it.
It was a disappointment?
Yeah.
That is what...
All right, Blair Witch. Here we go.
All right.
Wait, hold on, no, wait.
No. We gotta get into Blair Witch and then we're gonna end this podcast.
I want to... Okay,
We can talk about this later.
Fine,
Blair
sure.
Witch, 10 seconds on the clock. Tommy, are you ready? Go.
It's an okay like modern horror movie, but I mean it's not the Blair Witch. It's almost as if the people who made the movie have never seen Blair Witch because they disrespect the idea of Blair Witch entirely.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck those
The
people.
8-second wonder,
They
Tommy
broke-
Costa
they broke the
strikes
rule.
again.
Yeah.
They break the one rule.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Joey's so mad right now.
I'm never
They
gonna-
broke the jump scare rule.
No, they showed the witch.
Oh,
Spoiler alerts.
Who cares? People need to know so they don't see this goddamn movie. Just
Don't
watch
see
the
it.
original one. It still holds up.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have this movie.
wow.
It wasn't originally called Blair Witch though. That's the weird thing. Like
So they
when
just-
the first trailer came out, it was called The Woods.
Wait a minute.
But
So
but
did
the
they
Bla-
make
the
this
house
movie with it like with the intentions of selling it to whoever owns Blair Witch, and then be like, "Look, we made this movie," and it's like it's close enough to be a Blair Witch movie.
they were obviously talking about the Blair Witch in the lore, and they're trying to find the girl from the first Blair Witch movie. So I mean, I don't know why it was originally called The Woods.
Wait, they're looking for the girl in the woods, or like
The-
they're
the
looking for
girl-
her in like away from the woods.
In the woods, like they go to the Blair Witch's house.
What would make them think that she'd still be there?
I'll explain it to you off podcast. It's
Yeah,
kind of
maybe
complicated.
we don't need to get into this
I
anymore.
guess.
Thank you all for watching. Again, if you like this show, if you liked what you just saw here, give it a like and subscribe to us for new videos every Friday
Thumb it.
and our Pokemon podcast every Tuesday, Critical Chit Chat, with our friend Charmicter is on that one. So if you, Charmicter.
I don't get it. He's not here.
Well, yeah, no, but he's not here, but I was just saying.
All right,
Charmicter's
move on,
there. So subscribe to us there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Fangeared, and you can get some newsy updates and talk to us there. I'm Josh, that's Tommy, that's Joey, and we'll see you guys next week.
Which one's which?